Welcome back to day 14. We've been 2 weeks so far with the daily proverb. Proverb of the day today is Proverbs 14. Let's get rolling. The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down. Whoever fears the Lord walks uprightly, but those who despise him are devious in their ways. A fool's mouth lashes out with pride, but the lips of the wise protect them. Where there are no oxen, the manger is empty, but from the strength of an ox comes abundant harvest. An honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pours out lies. The mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. The wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of fools is deception. Fools mock at making amends for sin, but goodwill is found among the upright. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end leads to death. Even in laughter the heart may ache, and rejoice may end in grief. The faithless will be fully repaid for their ways, and the good rewarded for theirs. The simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. The wise fear the Lord and shun evil, but a fool is hot-headed and yet feels secure. A quick-tempered person does foolish things, and the one who devises evil schemes is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Evildoers will bow down in the presence of the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor are shunned even by their neighbors, but the rich have many friends. It is a sin to despise one's neighbor, but blessed is the one who is kind to the needy. Do not those who plot evil go astray, but those who plan what is good find love and faithfulness. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. The wealth of the wise is their crown, but the folly of fools yields folly. A truthful witness saves lives, but a false witness is deceitful. Whoever fears the Lord has a secure fortress, and for their children it will be a refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. A large population is a king's glory, but without subjects a prince is ruined. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Whoever oppresses the poor shows contempt for their maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. When calamity comes, the wicked are brought down, but even in death, the righteous seek refuge in God. Wisdom reposes in the heart of the discerning, and even among fools she lets herself be known. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin condemns any people. A king delights in a wise servant, but a shameful servant arouses his fury. All right, there were a couple that stuck out in this one for me. Let me jump back to see where they were. This one's kind of funny. But where there are no oxen, the manger is empty, but from the strength of an ox come abundant harvest. And so what they're saying is, in a manger, if there's no oxen, you don't have to deal with any poo, right? But if you have an oxen, you get a harvest, but now you got poo you got to deal with. So even though you get poo when you have an oxen, the oxen is something that is going to bring a harvest for you. And for me, that reminds me that anytime we're doing anything worthwhile, there's going to be some poo that comes along with it. That they come hand in hand. So I just think it's funny, the depiction he used there. Where was the other? There's a way that appears to be right, but in the end leads to death. And this one reminds me of looking further forward in Scripture, hearing Jesus say that the path is narrow, and that many will not find it. Many will find the wide path to destruction. And what that tells me is that when you're on a path, it may seem right, based on our eyes, but if we're not praying, if we're not reaching to God and asking Him to give us His discernment, then we may be on the wrong path, and it's going to lead somewhere we don't necessarily want to go. What was the other one that stuck out? There was one more. That was it. A quick-tempered person does foolish things, and the one who devises evil schemes is hated. And this reminds me of a lot of men in our culture today, and from the sounds of this, throughout history, have struggled with being quick-tempered, going off the handle. We've got a whole industry for anger management, and when you're allowing your emotion to take control of you, or you see a person who's quick-tempered, they're going to say and do things that they would not otherwise do. So learning to get your emotions in check and have your emotions, experience your emotions, but not take action and make decisions based on your emotions, is something that I think every man needs to work on. I used to have a very short temper, but it's been years since I've given in to the angry side of me, if you will. And so I still experience anger. I just don't let that dictate how I respond or how I act to people anymore. And it took a long time to learn how to put that in check. So that speaks out to me a lot. But with that, love you guys. I'm proud of you. 2 weeks in. Keep it up. A little over 2 weeks left. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you got out of these verses, or if there's anything that I missed that you think was important. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.